Hello, good afternoon, and thank you for stopping by. Today we are making burger buns. We're gonna make miniature burger buns, regular size burger buns, and this is gonna be such a great addition to your repertoire. It's a really great intro into how to make breads for beginners. The recipes are gonna be in the comment section below, and if you like this video or any of my other videos, please subscribe by hitting the button in the lower right-hand corner. Okay, so now that the intro is out of the way, let's get to the kitchen and let's get baking these buns. Alright guys, in order to make these burger buns, begin by organizing all of the ingredients on one tray. Get your flour, your spices, your yeast, your sugar, etc. all together. This will make the whole process a lot smoother and a lot faster by doing this. So do that and we will get started. Great, so now that all of your ingredients are organized, we're going to get ourselves set up with a mixer with a dough hook attachment. You could do this by hand if you wanted, not an issue, it'll just take you a little bit longer. But any mixer will do, and it'll definitely speed up the process quite a bit for you. Okay, so flour first. We're going to go with the flour into the mixer. After the flour, we're going to go in with some yeast. Now a little bit of sugar, salt, and some soft butter. Crack an egg directly into it. You can see this is not a fussy recipe. It's really simple like I mentioned. Get it all in there, grab your dough hook attachment, and let's start mixing. While it's coming together, add your cold water. This will be kind of your wet agent in the mix. Let it go for a few minutes. Your mixer is going to do a bit of work, but you know, it's better than you doing the work. Once it's beginning to look kind of smooth and tugging at the mixer a bit, it's almost there. It should go for about 3 minutes total. Okay, let's check our dough. Looks pretty good. It's coming off easily. That's what we're looking for. This is really what it should look like. If you're doing it by hand, it should look like this as well. Take that same bowl, add a little bit of oil to it, and we're going to put the dough inside of there. You can move the oil around with your hands, then get the dough inside there. And you can gently cover the dough all over with the oil as well, and this is going to stop the dough from sticking to the sides as it proofs, as it rises up. So you got your dough in the bowl, looks nice, kind of shiny. The bowl is pretty much clean from you moving the dough ball around in it. We're going to cover it in plastic wrap tightly and let it proof at room temperature for at least 2 hours. And look at that, now it's proofed, looks great. We're going to take it out of the bowl, knock it down onto the cutting board. We're going to shape it on the cutting board. So put your dough on a lightly floured cutting board or surface, move it around, and we're going to cut it up and portion it with a digital scale, or you could eyeball it if you really wanted. Now remember, I'm going to do some slider buns and some regular size buns. So half of my dough I'm going to do 1.5 ounces, the other half I'm going to do 4 ounces. So just cutting it up into 1.5 ounce pieces. If you don't get it to the right size, it's not a big deal. The dough is like Play-Doh. You can tear pieces off and kind of reshape them. So go ahead and cut up your dough into the portion sizes that are best for you. Once you've got it all cut up and portioned to the 4 or 1.5 ounce size, then we're going to roll them all. That's how you get that nice shape. You're going to take a ball in your hand and you're going to apply a light amount of pressure and move it in a circular motion. You don't really want any flour on your cutting board when you're actually rolling it at this point. You want the flour when you portioned it before, but the flour will stop it from rolling smoothly when you try to make it into this nice ball. I'm applying very little force. I'm just moving my hand like that, and voila, eventually you're going to get a ball. And once you've got them portioned, put them on sheet trays with wax paper, separate the big buns from the small buns, and leave some space because we're going to proof them one more time. So we're going to cover the buns in plastic, and then we're going to put a towel on top for some gentle weight, and then we're going to let it proof a second time to get almost double in size again. So we're going to put together a quick egg wash, 1 egg, a little bit of water, mix it together thoroughly, and this is going to give a nice color to your buns when they bake. So whip it up, and then we're going to paint the buns. So once your buns are proofed, They should look like that. We're going to paint them all over very evenly with the egg wash. Make sure you get the sides and everything too. You don't have to go super heavy on it, but just make sure it's even all around. Once your buns are painted, we're going to put the sesame seeds on them and the za'atar spice. You could really put whatever you want on it. You know, if you want to do poppy, that's fine. Whatever seasoning you want. I'm experimenting with a little za'atar this time. Za'atar is also kind of similar to sesame. It's got sesame in it, so the flavor profile makes sense for me. Now we go to bake them. 375, different times for the small versus the large buns. I would say about 12 minutes for the small buns, 15 to 18 minutes for the large buns, but just check them. But whatever you do, don't open that oven for at least 10 to 12 minutes. You want to keep that temperature consistent. Once they come out of the oven, they should look gorgeous like that. Nice color from the egg wash, and let them sit for a minute. So let them sit for at least 5 minutes to kind of cool down and carry over cooking. You'll end up with a better result with a better crumb inside of the bun, and then you're good. You can eat them right now. You can use them for tomorrow like I'm gonna to make some burgers and some sliders with them. You could even freeze them. They freeze pretty well too. So there's a lot of applications for this bun recipe, and again, you can do it any size, any seasoning. The options are really up to you. So thank you for joining me, guys. These buns turned out fantastic. Just look at the center of those. Those look great to me. You know, I hope you learned something. If you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to check out my pommes frites video, my burger video, or my fried chicken video. And until next time, keep on cooking, folks. Have a great day.